Well, 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 the plot thickens. It thickens like syrup and treacle and tar and other very thick things, like Diane Abbott. Anyway, so I did a big video yesterday, about 15 minutes. I'm walking around. I even went to Oswald, Twistle, where a young man, he's 19 years old, a very young man, a teenage adult called Jay Slater hails from. Now, I did a big video yesterday, walked around Oswald, Twistle. I mentioned him. I was worried. I was like, oh, I could have been a bit more flamboyant in my eulogies for the young man and for his mum and dad and for his town. I went there with the explicit desire. Anyway, we're outside Clitheroe Police Station. Clitheroe Police Station here in Lancashire. Not too far from Oswald, Twistle. And I was worried, like, oh, am I showing enough deference and respect to the Slater family? And I went there to find the media circus. Usually when a big case, someone young and healthy goes missing out of thin air, Madeleine McCann, for example, you'd expect a few press members of the journalistic community to be there in the hometown talking about it. There was nothing. I saw the blue ribbons, and you'll see it in my video, the blue ribbons. I'm glad I didn't launch the video yesterday because the plot has thickened so hard. Turns out the very same Jay Slater that the media, all the mainstream media in Britain and Spain are saying, find this poor guy, he's lost in the Canary Islands and Tenerife. Turns out the Daily Record newspaper, big newspaper, and the Daily Mirror released a story showing that young Jay Slater had been convicted in a Crown Court for taking part in a large gang-style machete attack against another teenager, splitting the young man's head open. Jay Slater was one of the men involved in the attack. He got a hefty community order sentence, you know, community service, a lot of suspended sentences for 18 months. Turns out he wasn't as nice a boy as the media was trying to tell us. And the next big scandal that we need to wonder is, why have the mainstream media at once said he's an angel, he's a good boy, let's find him, look how incompetent the Spanish police are. At once they're doing that, and secondly they're hiding the fact that he was a rather dangerous machete-wielding thug. Now, look, he's been convicted. He's going to serve his sentence, hopefully. And we shouldn't keep beating down a man after he's paid his dues to society. But what the hell's happened to him? He went to a house party in Tenerife, ended up 11 hours away. The latest witnesses say that two black British men, I'm quoting the witnesses, he went back with two British men, black men, to a house party, decided not to get a taxi back, not to get a bus back, thought he'd walk for 11 hours. Everyone's staring at me because I'm outside. What? And so the big conspiracy theory now is that Jay Slater got caught by the families or friends or associates of the 18-year-old that he macheted in the head. His mother... No, I'm not going to go there. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, if I were his mum, I'd say, Jay, you've just been convicted of macheteing a gang rival or another teenager. How about you go somewhere where there isn't a large British gangster community? Could you maybe go to Morocco? Do you want to go to Marrakesh? Do you want to go maybe do a bit of smoking with the kind of chilled out Arabs in Marrakesh? No, you want to go and hang out in Tenerife in the Canary Islands where there's a massive British gangster population. They're even accusing, there's a girl that set up a GoFundMe page, one of these like raising money internet things. People on Twitter, people on X, Facebook, already accusing her of being a drug dealer. The plot thickens. Anyway, enjoy the video I shot yesterday now. Good morning, viewers, good morning. Welcome to Warley, affectionately pronounced by the local residents as Warley, even though there was no R in the title. As you can see, there's a banner here for Jonathan Hinder, vote Labour. And here in the Ribble Valley, look how picturesque it is. Usually a very safe Tory seat, yet it's predicted to be a Labour landslide, even out here in the posh English countryside. So Hinder isn't going to be hindered by Tory voters this time. It's so British. It made me a cucumber sandwich and a Pims and lemonade. Temporary traffic light on Station Road leading to Mitten Road causes rural traffic chaos. So why do we once again find ourselves in Lancashire on such a lovely day? Well, there's a giant mystery. Is it a murder mystery? Is it a disappearance mystery? There's a 19-year-old boy. Oh shit, he's a man. 19-year-old young man. He's from Oswald Whistle. Just a few minutes up the road, that way, from here. And we're going to go and investigate his local town. His mum's flown out to Tenerife where he's gone missing. I'm going to give you guys the full details that we know of from Oswald Whistle, where he's from. Well, everybody, welcome to Oswald Twistle. Okay, viewers, we're in Oswald Twistle because one of the local residents, a 19-year-old called Jay Slater, looks like a lovely young man. Seems very happy, normal, decent young guy. He went out partying in Tenerife, which is in the Canary Islands in Spain, you know, in the Atlantic. Ended up at a house party many miles away from the hotel he was staying. Ran out of battery, ran out of water, managed to get a message out to one of the girls he was with saying, I'm going to try walk back to the hotel, which was a 10-hour walk, and he's vanished. And it's been 4 or 5 days now. Random street down Oswald Whistle. Let the man cook. I didn't even see a fire down there. 10 minutes later, they're still looking for it. Somebody tells me that was a practice one. It was an old fire engine, like they were doing driver training in an urban environment. And here where Oswald's Whistle is gonna murder JFK or something. It's a good place to practice. Sorry, go ahead, they're just doing the fire engine. Just geeky stuff, it's all right. So the fire service are like, what we're going to do to ensure that Charlie Veitch has something to film, we're going to do our driver training in the very same town where the young man missing in Spain hails from. We got to look at something. Might as well look at fire engines. Here he comes. Oh no, he's pulling in. The fire engine is now resting outside a care home. I saw some of the firemen get back into the truck from the care home. False alarm, because nobody wants to be fighting a fire on a nice day like this. Especially not for a bunch of coffin dodgers who've not got long to go. I'm only joking, guys. I love the elderly. They're the biggest voting bloc in this country. If you treat the elderly right, they'll vote for you. Just don't make jokes about them dodging coffins. Today's a good day for Bazza sun worship. Go on, Baz. And there goes our fire engine. We're perched outside Heron Foods, people. Heron Foods, bad quality at low prices or something is the tagline. If you pay attention, you'll see the money man from Security Corps or whatever it's called. He's here to collect the day's takings of £17.23 from Heron Foods. You know, it's a lot of cash for these parts of England. And in he goes. I present to you Mill Street with zero vegetation. There's some vegetation at the abandoned mill at the back, but where's your trees, guys? Oof. What are these rusty pipes coming out the middle there? This ain't Texas. There's no oil just beneath the surface there for Daniel Plainview. Oh no. Here's a terraced house at the end here with its rear end blown out. Boom. Let's have a look in a bit more detail. Even the basement's getting done. There's a fish giving me funny looks, guys. He's a bit bigger than his friends around him. And I don't like the look he's giving me. What? What's your problem? Anyway, I need a drink. Pub's called the Tinker and Budget. Tinker and Budget. I love it. Random back alleyway, 2024. Naturally colorized. Before I do my long distance Zoom test, how sad. How sad that some children need to be fostered. But if you can help those kids, not those specific ones, they're probably actors. But look at this. Look at the visibility today, guys. Look at that road. Look at that. What's going on here? Let's come back to 10 times optical. And back to 1 time. You learn something new. I've learned that there used to be a really bad dog off-leash problem here. Public space protection order for the entirety of the main high street. Are no dogs off a leash. Avoid a fine. Don't do it. Just gonna go investigate this strange structure at the top of the hill here. Is it a church? Is it a school? Nursery? Care home? Don't know. Appears to be an abandoned church. First of all, here at Oswald House, which has got planning permission for 24 apartments right in the town centre, they really don't want travellers to set up their caravans and take over the site, because it's a legal nightmare to remove them. But more impressively, it's just the urban decay visible here. I love it. The whole world will look like this in a couple of decades if we don't turn the boat around, or turn all the boats around. Ah, the Oswald Twistle Social Club, Aussie Social Club. It says Conservative Club 1890 at the top there. Now, no good vibes, no naive optimism is going to save the Conservative Party from total destruction and oblivion. 14 years of silence, it's been 14 years of pain, it's been 14 years that have gone forever, that I'll never have again! Yeah, 14 years of Tory Conservative rule, and the country is on its knees filleting a giant woke devil. No, viewers, it's not the set of Coronation Street, it's far too sunny and blue-skied for that. But we're at Brave Church. I'm looking at it, they're looking at me. What happens in a vacuum, I guess? These strange quasi-Christian ideologies pop up, give people community, sociability, love, affection, a place to throw their coins into a little bucket as it passes round. They can get closer to God for only about £50 a month. You never know. But I like the name Brave. So from Conservative Club, I feel sorry for them. It's all ogre. It's all over. From Conservative Club to Brave Church. Do you guys remember a few years ago, like about a decade ago, the wokies convinced us all that St. George's flags were bad? What? Oh, yeah. Nice one. I thought he was stopping for me. Okay, all good, mate. All the best. See you. We all love a fireman. Well, they are heroes. Good on them. I think I've stumbled across a very nice bit of Oswaldy whistle. There's a park at the top of the hill. We've got to go look at that. Yeah, very nice. This is the good end. Since they found, just up the road from here actually, Britain's biggest amphetamine laboratory, I'm thinking, who's cooking in there? Quick look at the park and then we'll go find some drama. Yeah, it's okay. That's what you'd expect. Reassuringly nice. Okay, that'll do. One man and his whippet. Lovely skinny dog. Usually these back alleys are very dark, dingy, cold and wet. It just looks weird with the kind of Mediterranean Greek sky above us. Okay guys, welcome to Blackburn. What an utter nasty shithole Blackburn is. Not just these beautiful apartments here, very aesthetic, very lovingly beautiful. St. Albans Court we're looking at. My last video from Blackburn, confronting the coming civil war, is on 500,000 views. Thank you very much to all the amazing people who like watching that sort of thing. But it's far too dangerous for me, who is now a high-value target because of supporting the Israeli side. There's a lot of people in the city behind me who would love to put my head on a stick, and they'd all laugh about it. And we can't let all the little chubby they-them lefties have that joy, can we? No, God no. Lol, only in a place like Warley can you get away with that. Try doing that in Manchester or Salford. We're back at my favourite bit of engineering work. The temporary traffic light, highway maintenance, road fix. Now it's going to show the viewers how they've done a great job fixing this leak over here. They've put the tarmac on, they've... Oh shit. That's the worst repair job I've ever seen in my life. That's a triple gurgler right there. And all this nice sand and earth and dirt will be lost like mud down the drain. I've seen many patterns like empty quarter in Saudi Arabia like you humans wouldn't believe. I've seen a sunrise over Alpha Centauri as 3 mega carrier ships get nuked with millions of people on board, and I laughed. And all of it will be lost. Like mud down the drain. My theory, I'm going to try and get my shadow out of the shot. Impossible! My theory is the very act of fixing up their repair ruptured it again. So I've been enjoying my rapid flow of a United Utilities council juice down the road and down the drain. And the good news, there is always good news, is that by plugging up a badly fixed job, if that's what they did, maybe not, maybe they did all this on purpose, who knows, but that'll be coring out a nice big sinkhole under the whole road here, so that hopefully within a couple hours there will be a lunar crater, a giant crater here for us all to enjoy.